right, we got to talk about our place a little bit because I feel like it's such a bizarre phenomenon that's happening again that, I don't know, it's just so cool. I'm absolutely fascinated by this thing that's going on, and I've been following it for the last few days, and I just can't get it out of my head, so I wanted to make a video on it. If you don't know what Our Place is, it was a thing that was brought in 2017. You got a big blank canvas on Reddit. People could go in and you could customize a single pixel on that. Now, this canvas is absolutely massive, and communities could come together and they could put pixels anywhere. And then whatever happened. So they brought it back for April Fool's Day, and it's been going for like the last 4 days. I think it's ending tonight. It'll probably be ended by the time this video comes out. And this is what it looks like right now. This is Our Place as it stands as of like midday on the 4th for me. It is huge. I think it started off as just this, and then it went into this on the right-hand side. You can see the German flag really dividing where everything was added. And then yesterday, it just opened up all of this bottom section. I'll give you a little taster for what this looks like. If I wanted to place a pixel, if I click that, that's how big it would be. The amount of information that's in this picture blows my mind. I've been just perusing on it for the last few days. It's like, where do you even start? I love that there's a little Hollow Knight here. You have the witch Ranni from Elden Ring. This Ori, Tunic. The reason I love this so much is because it's just a social experiment. Give people this massive canvas and see what the internet does. See what they draw. See what people come up with. Like, you have stuff for Etika here with the Joy-Con boys. It's fascinating to see what communities like prop up. Like, you have all these ones like, obviously countries are a big thing because on Reddit there's a lot of like country pride in each country subreddit. You have a massive one for Turkey here, which just looks so cool. You have the French one up here that has the Eiffel Tower, a baguette. This wine would like go down and then the glass would change and like people were drinking it in real time. You have Ireland right below that, which is so cool. Ireland have a massive subreddit. They have like a really, really engaged subreddit, which is really cool. You have like a pint of Guinness. You have the provinces. You have Tato Man down here holding up his little flag. You have the Hurl and the Slither on the boys. And then you have a little fish down here. And apparently there was a Jacksepticeye here at one point. And then it was taken out, which I agree with. I think, look, I'm going to show you. We have a Jacksepticeye on this. He's down here. Little Sam with JSE next to it. I'm not a big fan of like putting myself into it. I don't want to like be like, put my logo in it. There's been a big thing with streamers doing that where they jump in and they put their own names and their logos and everything everywhere. You give the world a canvas, weird stuff's going to happen. Some people are going to stream it, and if you have like 100,000 people watching you on a stream, they're obviously going to be able to do whatever they want. I just think it's a shame that a lot of streamers put their own logos in there. I mean, I don't want to come down too hard on it, but I'm like, you have these massive communities and you have so many artists that are in these communities and you have so much like sway that you can do, and like putting your logo in is just so uncreative. I think I know I just showed my logo and then said that, but it's a tiny little piece and the community themselves did it without me like knowing. They already planned on doing that, so I didn't like stream and put my own logo in. Ludwig did this one with his community, which is like Iro at the tree singing Leaves of the Vine in honor of Mako. So cool. I love this one. And that's what I mean. Like, you have all these people in your community and you could just make so many cool things of like I want to see Bloodborne stuff in here. If I was to stream and like get people involved and make something, it would be like to do a Bloodborne thing. Unless there's Bloodborne in here already. I do know that there's Elden Ring here. It says Elden Ring, get good, and you died. That's cool. And then Silk Song, obviously have a massive community because they're being blue-balled for all eternity. That game is never going to come out, is it? I'm so excited for it. It's just never happening. You have a thing for Inscription over here, the Stoat. So cool. A lot of people have been asking me to go back and finish Inscription, especially after Mark started playing it after I did, and he did the whole game, and everyone keeps asking me to do it. What happened with me is that I played that one episode, got really into it, and then played a ton of it in my spare time, and then kind of ruined what would be my first reactions to a lot of the playthroughs. So I kind of ruined my own surprise to the series, and I feel like the surprise to it is a lot of why that game is so fun. So I'm sorry, I won't be going back to Inscription. I ruined it. Super cool support for Ukraine here. Absolutely. I assume this is Zelensky. So cool. Zelensky, what a badass. You have Aaron Yeager here. I love this. This is so cool. Okay, it's not going to make any sense if you're just watching the anime. This face is a very big meme in the Attack on Titan community right now. It's one of those things that's like, if you know, you know. You know? This is my favorite one on the entire board. It's no surprise that I'm a massive Berserk fan. I've always been a massive fan of FromSoft games, clearly. They're my favorite developer and my favorite franchise. Now, I got into reading Berserk last year when I was like taking many of my breaks from YouTube, trying to get my brain in order. And I got through Berserk. It was so... It went from like, oh my god, this is amazing, to like, wait, what's happening? This is the longest flashback of all time. To like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing that I have ever seen. Ever. And then it was like, wait, now we're just like fighting butterflies, like what's happening? And then it got super epic again, and I read the whole thing back to back to back to back. But this is phenomenal because Kentaro Miura died last year as well, suddenly, and Berserk never got finished. We're never going to see the end of it, probably, which is totally fine. I think where it ended was in a good place, and as much as I would love to see the end of it, it's probably not going to happen, but yeah. R.I.P. Miura-san. There's one for Charlie up here as well for Moist Esports. Just taking out a little thing. I think Charlie as well took over the Colts. Turned into the Colts. He took over their square and then helped them rebuild it, which I think is really cool. A lot of this stuff I don't know. There's a lot of this stuff that's very like specific to certain like communities. Obviously I know like Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous. Oh, The Yard. That's Ludwig's as well, his podcast. We've Ralsei from Deltarune. Hey, Wally's in here. That's cool. Oh, nice. This is it Hokusai that does this? Like, you've seen these waves a million times in so many places, but Hokusai is the artist that did it. This is the funniest thing that I've seen, is that there's Among Us everywhere. I can't believe how much of a meme it is. Like, obviously this is a big Among Us, but you see this one? These are everywhere. Like, you see this Kobe jersey made entirely out of Among Us. The one for Iroh, there's Among Us characters everywhere. This is entirely made out of Among Us. This dude's hair and the entire symbol is made out of Among Us. Shout out Undertale. In the middle of everything, right next to Captain Sparkles. Whoa! What is this? That's so dope. Among Us? This one is phenomenal as well. This Renaissance painting. I think it got attacked by... Actually, I think XQC was doing stuff, and he was like public enemy #1 on the entire server because he kept getting his community to come in and destroy pieces of art. But it never lasted because these communities are so strong and that people would help each other. The Osu community were one of the strongest ones initially. I think people call it Osu, but isn't it Japanese and it's Os? I don't know. Anyway, their one was massive and it kept getting attacked over and over again. And now they're protecting other people around them, and their community is so tight-knit and so strong that they've just been protecting other people's artwork. This Star Wars one is awesome. Also, Among Us? It's everywhere. You can't escape it. Oh, we have Sans as well. I knew there had to be a Sans somewhere. I didn't see him until now. Oh my god, what is this? Jesus Christ. This has to be Twitch streamers doing something. There's no way you get a spot this big uninterrupted without being a streamer. Oh yeah, it says Twitch.FR. Oh, France. So the French community came together on Twitch to make this. I guess French pride is strong. I mean, it's no Germany. Germany have like divided the entire board. I love that they made like the Windows bar at the bottom as well. It's so creative. Whoa. That's dope. Merging together. That's been one of the cooler things to see as well, that when stuff meets, like over here, the hearts join them. And then seeing people make stuff like this and joining countries and communities together. That's really cool. Omori has a massive community as well. A lot of people have been asking me to play that because they say that it's very like Undertale. But anytime I've seen stuff of it, I mean, it was kind of the same when I watched Undertale. And I've heard a lot of people say that it's just a really long game and it takes a really long time for stuff to like start happening. I don't know if I want to commit to that. I can't. Oh, there it is. Yeah. There was for the Foo Fighters, because their drummer passed recently, Taylor Hawkins, one of the coolest drummers and what seemed like one of the nicest dudes ever. I have massive respect for Taylor Hawkins, and it's so sad. This one I think is really cool as well. I think this is from I don't know if it's a subreddit, but people keep calling it The Void. And it would like take over and spread to certain places like this. You see it like spreading around. I think that's cool. I like that a lot. I know a lot of people think it's disruptive, but I think it's badass to see like oh, there is a Bloodborne. Yes. Okay, that makes me happy. Oh, and a Dark Souls, the mask. Is that Dark Souls? That's the Mask of the Father, isn't it? Strong Dad? Strong Dad? God. I'm a huge Dark Souls fan. Love FromSoft. The Void is cool though, because it's very like eldritch horror, I think. Seeing it spread and come through like a portal and spread to everything else. But this artwork is so dope. Apparently there's a subreddit called Fuck Cars. And they're a big community apparently, because you have a massive space. Where is it? I want to find it. Yeah. So there's this green line that's been going through it. It goes here, it goes up and down, and then it goes up into their hand, goes up here, keep following it. They made a bridge for it. So now it's not 2D, it became like 3-dimensional looking. And then it comes over here, and then it goes under the Spain flag. And they created like a little bump for it all the way up. Where does it go? Okay, let's follow it. Up here, they made another bridge, all the past the Pokemon, and then over here. Damn. That's so cool. Oh yeah, Super Mega have a massive one as well. Incredible. Their community is so tight-knit and so close together. Among Us? Seeing this be uninterrupted for basically the last, 2-3 days is crazy. I can't believe that that's existed for that long. This one is cool. The Italian one, the pizza, the coffee, Colosseum, everything. Like, I like this when you put some of your culture into the flag. Where's the UK one? Oh yeah, here. I love this this sort of like shadow art behind it. Because at the end of the day, like when you look at it like this is a mess. But this is pure art, I think. This is like I'm not a big fan of pop art or a lot of modern art, but I honestly think this is one of the coolest pieces of art that's come out. It's so endemic of the internet. Like you get millions of people all in this one space. It's like, what do they create? Like give them free reign to kind of like well, not free reign, because there's been a big issue with people have been putting like dicks everywhere or putting butts on it. And then the mods come in and censor them, which sucks. Because I don't think there's any rule actually on the subreddit that says no NSFW stuff. If there was, then fair enough. But I feel like they're kind of like making up rules as they go. I'm a big fan of just seeing what people do. I like people watching. I like understanding how people work, how their brains are wired. And I've done a lot of time like trying to figure out my own brain and how I work. And then seeing so many people on the internet get together and like make stuff. I'm surprised there's so much coherency to it. Like you can actually see artwork forming out of it. Like it's just madness in the beginning. And then it all starts to take shape and take form. Because this is a GIF or like a little video of like the first day in 1 minute. This is what our place looked like then. Like the whole first day condensed into 1 minute. The amount of stuff, like some stuff that's been here, like the Aaron face. The Aaron face came in immediately. Star Wars, Osu, whatever. Like these all came in super early and it kind of like held their ground. This is cool. Counter-Strike were like shooting Fortnite. You can see they're doing muzzle flashes and everything. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. So this is after 8 hours. This was the original Our Place in 2017. This is what it looked like after 8 hours. And then this is 2022. That's so crazy. We actually did occupy a space back in the 2017 one. I didn't know anything about it until it was over. A Jacksepticeye showed up at one point. I saw like a thing about it, like the entire montage of it all changing over the course of like however long it was going. A Jacksepticeye formed and then got taken over eventually. But I was like, man, that's so cool. My community came together. We came together at that point. I can't say we because I didn't do anything. But you guys came together and like made a little Jacksepticeye at one point in 2017. And that's why it's just really fun to see it like back. Like I don't need much space in this world. I don't need to like take up a massive square. I just think it's cute that you guys are still around and doing stuff together. I like that. It really makes me happy because I don't know. God, why am I getting emotional suddenly? Jesus. I doubt myself a lot when it comes to doing YouTube stuff, and I worry that the community has kind of like lost its way, or it's not that it's lost its way. I think there's a lot of, it's a really good community at the end of the day still, but I feel like it's just not as tight knit as it was. And I'm like, man, is that on me? Is that on you? Is it both? Is it just the way YouTube is now? The comment system sucks. Like, are we just not the same as we used to be? I mean, obviously we're not, because it's not 2016, 2017 anymore. And this just, it made me like emotional when I saw it, that like we still hold like a little place in people's hearts, and that means a lot to me. It's just to see what's kind of like relevant in people's hearts, what's kind of like stood the test of time, like a Pink Floyd sort of thing, versus what's brand new, like Among Us. And Among Us being like the meme that's basically permeated the entire thing. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave this here. I just wanted to like go over it and talk about it because I think it's fascinating. And you could spend hours and hours and hours looking through that. I'm like, there's probably so many things that I haven't even seen yet. Oh yeah, Tool, baby. Nice. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That's it. I have nothing else. Bye.